Greek exports to China and more Chinese tourists could be a boost to Greece. This year, China's trade jumped to the 34th biggest, with Greek exports to 13th. Trade is doubling. Filio Kontrafouri has the story.
Tourism is Greece's #1 money-making industry, and Chinese travelers have become the #1 target because travel agents say they love moving around, travel all year round, and they spend a lot. Last year, arrivals more than doubled, and easing the visa restrictions as the new government plans will bring in more tourists and more cash, like it's been happening for this travel agency specializing in tourism from China. Its revenue has soared to over $3.5 million.
The Chinese market has no limits for us. Since there are 20 million Chinese tourists visiting Europe and only 50,000 come here, the number is very small. So the market is endless.
Greek exports to China have skyrocketed by over 260% in the first quarter this year. Oil products, cotton, and marble have flooded the Chinese market. With demand at its lowest within Greece, China has become the #1 market for Greek marble.
If you visit China, if you visit one of the trade fairs, you feel you are in a paradise. And if you are an exporter, a potential exporter, you know that you are in the best, in the biggest export paradise for you in the world, China.
Mr. Frondistis, who specializes in the trade between the two countries, says that Greece cannot compete in terms of quantities, but it can compete with its high-quality products sold at a high price, like olive oil and wine. Greece is the third biggest olive oil producer in the world, and exports to China have tripled. Greek wines have already made a promising entry into the Chinese market, and while the overall exports revenue is still under $500 million, the potential, analysts say, is tremendous. China has expressed its interest to participate in Greece's fast-track privatization program, but it now appears that the Greek government won't be able to include major companies as it planned this year, keeping much-needed foreign investments once again frozen. Filio Kontrafouri, CCTV, Athens.